welcome to Brackenmore for this Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Bishop Auckland. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft for this match, and I'm looking forward to it. A month ago this game was meant to happen on a Saturday with plenty of Bishop Auckland fans coming down to enjoy it. It didn't happen because, well, it was too windy. The wind has died down. We've actually got a surprisingly not freezing night here at Brackenmore. It usually is pretty cold, but we seem to have avoided that today. And it's hopefully going to be a good one as these two sides take each other on. So we'll go through the teams for you now. So for Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, the captain Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggulden, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Tommy Marshall, Oliver Grosjean, and the only change from Saturday's loss to Washington, Silas Valladolid-Collins makes his first stop since signing 2 months ago. He's in for Jack Dolman. The bench is Elliot Murray, Jordan Lemon, Oliver Novak, who returns for tonight's match from his dual registration with Rossington Main, Jack Dolman, who's dropped to the bench, and a potential debut for Harrison Poulter. He signs from Doncaster City, and his brother has been a Stocksbridge fan for the last few years, and I believe he's in the corner somewhere today, so he'll be watching Big Brother pull on the famous yellow and blue. For Bishop Auckland, it's Jack Norton in goal, Dane Burlace, James Riseborough, Andrew Mays the captain, Jack Bolt, Samuel Hodgson, John Howard, Joe Bartlett, Louis Johnson, Gary Martin and Glenn Hargrave. The bench is former Stockton man Johnny Haas, Kobe Erat Thompson, the son of former Stockbridge assistant manager Lee Thompson, Jake Hackett, Leon Carling and Jordan Field. Just having a last few handshakes in the centre of the park ahead of today's game. See, we've already got some comments in the YouTube chat. Hello to J.M. Vid saying come on Stocky, and hello to Gavin Haddon saying come on Bishop. Please do feel free to get involved on the YouTube chat, and we will try to shout you out as the game goes on. Stocksbridge will have the kickoff for today's game. Danny Deakin and Alex O'Connor stand over the ball as we have a slightly delayed beginning to things today. So just waiting for the referee to give us the final okay. Our referee today has not been named on our sheet. I think it's actually Adam Watson, our referee today, not the one who plays for Sheffield FC, which I hope not, or else we're going to have some accusations. And here we go. So the game gets underway. Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow and blue shirts, blue shorts, blue socks kicking from left to right, while Bishop Auckland are in the white shirts, white shorts, and white socks kicking from right to left. A kitman's nightmare there. So it's gone out for a Stockton throw on the right-hand side, taken quickly by Burlace, goes back into defence, not long. O'Connor intercepts, out to the left to Deakin, and then Turner tries to get it, but he's intercepted, but then eventually goes to O'Connor, who knocks it over the top, and Silas Valladolid-Collins will pay chase, but it's been won and then knocked out by a Bishop Auckland defender, but he has knocked it off Collins last. Will be a throw-in to the Bishops. So, big boot away on the clearance, and then headed back by Iggulden, and forward to Martin, who returns it into defence, but only for Iggulden, who bit of a hospital pass, and that could turn into a Bishop Auckland attack as they come down the left. Gary Martin finding James Riseborough, but a brilliant sliding time from Tom Charlesworth starts it. Now Charlesworth knocks it over the top, looking for Tommy Marshall, centre forward today, headed away from him though, into Andrew May, who turns well into defence, tried to do one-touch passing, but O'Connor's done it, and he's done a one-touch passing himself to Deakin, opens up for Deakin, but then he slows it down, back to goal, gives it back to Turner, and that's slowed the attack down and allowed Bishop Auckland to get back, and now Danny Deakin's dropped to the floor, and that's turning. Stocksbridge are trying to get the attack going, crossing is blocked, and then cleared away, and then the clearance is blocked by O'Connor, goes out for a goal kick, but Danny Deakin stayed down, and now you can see Ben Townsend looks because he's shouting for the substitutes to get warmed up properly, get to the bench, because we might be seeing one of them a lot earlier, because there was no contact on Deakin after going down. He's just down, he's down just seemingly despondent. That's the most worrying injury of all, where there's no contact, no seeming cause of injury, and he's not even clutching any body part in pain, and it looks like it is going to be a very early substitute, because Deakin is limping to the sidelines, and I think, and yeah, Liv Phillips, our physio, has just motioned for a substitution, so we're going to see a very, very quick sub. Trying to see who it might be coming on, and it looks like we're going to see Jack Dolman come on within minutes of the start. That would see Oliver Grejlak move back into central midfield, and then Dolman go onto the wing. I have no idea what's happening between Gavin Adden and Joe Cook there. That's just something else. But ball goes long. Bishop Auckland comes off Charles' head. It's going to be a Bishop Auckland throw into the middle and then headed back towards the left. Then intercepted, but then knocked off, and it's going to be Andrew May who sweeps up back to the goalkeeper Joe Norton, who returns it back to May. He will carry it forward, and then a long ball forward looking for Louis Johnson, but good header away by Eggleton. Gets it forward to Grejlak. Now to O'Connor, who tries to find Marshall, but just tries a bit too ambitious a pass, and it will spin out for a Bishop throw-in. 0-0 here for 3 minutes. Jack Van Deeken returns to the bench, and that will be his game done. As we Stocksbridge still down to 10 men at the moment, while we wait for the substitution to be able to be made with Dolman. It's another Bishop Auckland throw-in. Launched outfield, headed on by Martin, but Eggleton returns it. Martin brings it down and back to Riseborough, who sends it long. Tincaster judges the bounce and heads it forward to Turner, returns back to defence. Eggleton has to chase it a bit and just sends it long. Goes all the way back to Volks, who runs towards his own goal. With Marshall trying to do some press, but it's not a heavy one, and it's given to Hodgson, and will be sent long. Ian Richards wants them to keep the shape rather than heavy pressing today from the shouts on the sidelines. Gary Martin on the left for Bishop Auckland, back onto the halfway line, and then looking for Brisbane, but it's a poor pass. He has to stretch it and misses it. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Still waiting for Dolman to be able to come on. So Charles has been very much instructed by our referee today, Mr. Watson, Adam Watson, that he must take the throw within his own half. So, taking his time with Charles, looking for someone to peel off, and then we'll send it down long, looking for Marshall, trying to turn around, but it will be easily headed away. Goes to Bartlett, and then not forward, looking for Martin, but it goes out of play. Stocksbridge throwing in the Bishop Auckland half on this right-hand side. So Charlesworth will hold on to it, thrown to Turner, back to Charlesworth, left-footed long, looking for Grejlak, and seems to use his shoulder to knock forward, but then it is cleared away by Bishop Auckland. Eggleton at first to it, boots away big, comes off the chest of the number 11 Glenn Hargrave. That's a stinger, and he's crawling it to try and get back up. That one is not the nicest thing that'll ever happen to anyone. I wonder if he got any of his face as well. I think he just needs a few seconds. And here comes the Stockbridge sub. So Jack Dolman will replace Danny Deacon as expected. A shame, Danny Deacon's been a great player all year. One of the best set piece takers in the league. That's going to be a huge miss for the Steels for the rest of this game. But Dolman will come on with his extra pace, and that's going to cause a different change, because Grejlak, who was offered a more technical side on the wing, he moves into central midfield, and now it's two outright quick, pacey, take-you-on wingers on each side for Stocksbridge in Valadol, Collins and Dolman. Ball thrown and headed back, and it'll be another throw-in. 6 minutes gone in this game, it remains 0-0. Charlesworth into Turner, back Charlesworth left-footed, sends it forward, and Dolman looks for it, but it's been headed backwards, and May's the one who has to just deal with it. Headed on by Martin, looking for Hargrave, back into midfield, and spread out to Louis Johnson on the right wing at the moment, and he's got an overlapping option in Burlace. He finds Burlace on the right, few people in the box for him to aim at, puts the cross in. It's a good-looking cross, head away by Eggleton, and then it's going to be just about, well, a foot almost kept in for a corner. He's missed kicked it. The defender, and it is Bishop Auckland's first corner of the game. A lot of change from Bishop Auckland since the first game. Steals from 3-2 on the opening day. Came back from 2-0 behind. As we put this corner into the 6-yard area. Good looking one, but well headed away by Eggleton. Goes to Dolman, who tries to control it, loses it though. Back into midfield it goes. Howard dictates play, but then is able to clear. And then boot forwards at poor one, and Eagledon will intercept it. Sending it long. Dolman's looking to get onto it, and he's just pushed off his man. He might be able to get onto this, but been well read by Hodgson, who gets it back to the keeper. It's cleared out. Marshall tries to get a touch, and it just comes away from him. If he got a second one on, the keeper is out of position. There could have been a chance for a shot. Instead, Bishop Auckland will carry this ball away. Burlas sends it long, looking for Louis Johnson. Gets the first touch, push on it, and he'll go down the right wing. Gets the better of Owen on that one. Puts a looping cross in, and it's a header going towards the far post. Not far off on Gary Martin. It was quite slow, but Townsend was left scrambling. Went a bit wide, and that's the first big shot on top. Well, not on target, but not far off. Plenty of Bishop Auckland fans in our YouTube chat today. Glad to have you on board. Just to warn you, we are incredibly biased in this commentary. But lots of Bishop Auckland fans, so I'm telling them where they're biased. So Martin likes to chip in every so often behind in the family now, so we'd call him co-commentator, but then we'd have to double his wages. Anyway, back with O'Connor, who's going to send it long, and he's looking for Charles, but headed away by number 5 Waltz, and then it's a late one in on the Bishop defender as he was clearing it. It will be a free kick. Dolman with the foul. But yeah, just to warn you, Bishop fans, we are very, very biased towards the Stocksbridge Park Steelers. We will be absolutely irritated and annoyed if you guys score, and we will be jubilant if we score. So you're going to be quite irritated by that as the night goes on, trust me. I've done enough of these and enough away fans who either love me because they like hearing me be very upset at us losing, or hate me because I'm very happy when your guys are losing. Goal in the other game, by the way, happening tonight. Heaton Stannington have taken the lead against Brighouse Town. Joe Shepherd, the scorer. As Bishop Auckland lose the ball there, ricochets back into defence, but big boot away from Hodgson. It goes out for a throw-in. 9 minutes to go on in this game. Ball goes forward, but cleared away, and Owen reads it well, gets it forward to Tinker. Knocks it long, look for O'Connor, but again, Bishop Auckland clear away. Bishop Auckland's defence rock solid so far, but then Substitution pass forward, which almost broke the line, ends up going all the way back to Norton. He will pick it up, and South Valdon Collins been shouted at. He won't need to be charging forward more in back. He just did it, and he's forced a poor clearance. It's gone back to Stocksbridge. Marshall trying to get past 3 men. It's cleared away from him. Gregslack will knock it forward, blocked out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge have it on the left-hand side now. Tinker will have the throw-in as Steels look to find a way through a Bishop Auckland defence that has been rock solid so far in the early part of this game. Given to Van Collins, but it comes off him and it's cleared away. But Stocksbridge will get the ball back. O'Connor with a nice little touch to Owen. Forward to O'Connor. One touch pass in, finds Tinker, and then another one touch pass into the middle, but then a bit too loose, and it's gone out to play anyway for a Bishop Auckland throw. It looked like liquid football for a second. Fortunately, you need to actually keep it in the boundaries of the pitch. Well, as the clock comes along, we are going to try and keep you up to date with all the Champions League permutations. We're glad that you've picked us rather than watching Amazon Prime or TNT Sport, but we will try and keep you up to date with who might be going out, especially if Manchester City go out, because that would be very entertaining. But back with the goalkeeper now, Jack Norton. And he will now send this long over to the left-hand side. O'Connor just goes over Connor's head. Martin flicks on, but no one was there for it. Charlesworth in on it and sweeps it up, and now he's looking for Valdell Collins, and this has turned into a great pass. Valdell Collins with a chance to face up with bare legs. He's going to go around the outside on the left. Now he's trying to move in the middle. Now back on the left, trying to get it on his right. Now he's got the extra helper in defence, and the tackle is made. Valdell Collins probably should have taken a pass a bit earlier than he did. And big boot away now from the Bishop Auckland team. Going back to Eagledon. And Tarzan, back pass. Eagledon sweeps it up back to Townsend, who he's been given a bit of a hostile pass. He just has to get that way any way he could. The Steels almost making a goal for Bishop Auckland. Of course, Bishop Auckland will like cheering on against Manchester City. They have a big friendship with Manchester United. several Bishop Auckland players went to Man United after the Munich air disaster, and the friendship is still there over at the Heritage Park. There are banners for Manchester United, and it's that friendship that still goes on. All thrown into the middle, and forward out it goes, and will be in still with Bishop Auckland, and they're going to go forward with it as it's Joe Bartlett marauds his way through, gets it forward to Hargrave, out to the left, but then that's intercepted by O'Connor, who dropped into defence. Forward to Marshall, turns out of a challenge really well. Samuel Hodgson couldn't get in on him then. Marshall goes forward, needs a good option here. He's going to go himself, and then Hodgson recovers with the sliding challenge, which goes all the way back to Norton. Spread out quickly to Martin, but Charles frees him. Charles goes down under a fairly light challenge in fairness, and it will be a free kick. So free kick chance for Stocksbridge. Curtis Turner will take it. A few options in the middle like Eagledon and Owen, but it's a deep one. Diagonal looking to get it into the middle of the box. Header on from Owen, but it's going to go into the 6-yard area, and Norton's able to claim it. Here Richard's not happy because there was no attackers trying to get onto it. Still no natural centre forward for Stocksbridge in this first 11. James Morris injured last week away at Cleethorpes Town, and still out, though Harrison Poulter is a natural centre forward, and he's on the bench today. Tommy Marshall's offside, couldn't get back to that header forward, but so we wait for Vaux to take a touch, and now Marshall compresses, it goes back to the keeper, and Marshall weren't far off that as Norton gets it away. Tinker heads out to left, Valladolid Collins keeps it in, being forced backwards though, back to Owen, takes the touch, moves it onto his right, and then shifts again to get it onto his left, and forward it goes looking for Tinker. It's not a great pass. Tinker will lose the ball to Louis Johnson, who puts a big pass forward. It's a good pass here. Hugh Hargrave, who has it on the right. He's got Martin in the middle as an option. Looking for Martin, who can't get the finish right. He can't get his foot round it like he wants. He sends it more wide than the position he was in. And he's given it. Wait a minute. And amazingly, he's given it as a corner kick. Martin is completely unsurrounded, really. He's got about half a yard off his man. He's kicked it off himself, and he's given it as a corner kick. That's one of those where I think even the Bishop Auckland fans who have made the long trip from Durham are a bit like, oh, we'll have that one. Here comes the corner in, headed away by Eagledon, and Valgadolid Collins will try to flick it on, gets it forward, and it's a shame Marshall hadn't gambled on that because it went beyond the number 3 Riseborough. It's going to go back to Norton, who clears it upfield, and it's very high into the air and headed on by May. Turn up. Gets it down to the left to Valladolid Collins, who wants to flick it onto Turner, but it's just ricocheted off Burleigh, who then boots it right up into the air, and Gresham will challenge again, and it's come off well for him before Howard comes back in and gets it back to Norton. Then upfield, and Owen will head that forward as it goes to the left of Valladolid Collins, back into Turner, and then to Tinker, who knocks it over the top, and Gresham got a touch onto it. Marshall then onto it, but the offside flag is up, and that seems to be the correct decision. Gavin, you're not even watching, mate. We try and call it fairly, but even then we have to call some stuff. So back now for a free kick for Jack Norton, who tried to take 10 yards, but being told not. Update from the Champions League. Aston Villa are 1-0 up against Celtic. Goal scorer is Morgan Rogers. Ball goes forward. Good header away by Eagledon, but then returned by May and flicked on, but Tinker reads it. Back to Townsend it will go. He turns it over to the left. No one there for it, though, and it's back with Bishop Auckland now as they have it in midfield, and forward now to Hargrave, who's trying to find Louis Johnson, but will instead just have to give it back to Bartlett. Now to Howard, who tries to send it on the left, but Charles frees it really well and sends it forward. He's looking for Marshall, but cleared away, and then Dolman couldn't get a touch on it either. It's out for a throw-in. 16 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0. Not many big chances yet. throw in here with Risborough, who sends it forward, but Eagledon heads it away. Back with Risborough, who will switch it. He's looking for Louis Johnson, but Tinker does well to read it and head it away. Well, Collins gets to it first, tries to flick back to Tinker, does. Tinker controls it well in his chest, into the middle to Turner. Turner's got a nice little pass to Grejlak here, and Charlesworth's on his right, and Charlesworth has got it on his right. He's moving forward, trying to put it sideways. Here to Turner. Turner urged to shoot. He said he's going to get it left to Valladolid Collins. He moves it onto his right, puts the cross in, goes to the far post. Marshall miscues it, header goes in, and then it's wide. That will be a goal kick. Just a catalogue of errors up front with the touches. First one with Dolman, he didn't get the finish right, and then Marshall couldn't get his header on target. Remains 0-0, but it's Stocksbridge's best football of the half so far. Other goals in the Champions League. Atletico Madrid are 1-0 up on Red Bull Salzburg. Simeone the scorer. Inter Milan are 1-0 up on Monaco. Lautaro Martinez has scored from the start. Lille are 1-0 up on Feyenoord. Arouai has scored. And Aston Villa are now 2-0 up on Celtic. Morgan Rogers has scored again. As Stockbridge tried to get one over the top, but it's going to go back to Norton. It's cleared away, and Turner will intercept, heads it forward, and then it's out by O'Connor. It takes a bit of a deflection off Hodgson, but it's only back with Turner. Left to Valladolid Collins, who's got two men around him. He's been forced backwards, but he finds pass in, and then Tinker tried the one-touch pass onto left, but it cleared away, but it's still in that corner now. Bishop can have it and will be able to get it away, and they could be on for a counter-attack here because Charlesworth has come very far forward, but Charlesworth did get back somewhat as the ball then flipped forward looking for Hargrave, and he just couldn't get on the end of the next touch, and Townsend claims it. Charlesworth sent long, looking for Marshall, but headed away by Risborough. Into the middle now for Bishop Auckland, but well in from Grejlak, and Eagledon will clear it away. Looking for Marshall, but headed away from him. O'Connor gets it headed forward to Dorman, tries to flick it back to O'Connor. Trying a bit too much fancy dance stuff there, because it didn't sold O'Connor a bit short, and now Burlace on the right side. Sends it off for Johnson, but Tinker's read that really well and intercepts. Forward to Valladolid Collins and knocks it forward to Marshall, who's come over onto the left-hand side, looking back for Tinker, but intercepted by Bartlett, but he ends up dribbling out to play to Stocksbridge, throwing. 19 minutes gone. PSG are 1-0 up on Stuttgart. Barcola the score. So it's a throw in for Jack Tinker taken. Finds a man in the middle, finds O'Connor. Now we'll look to get it on the left hand side, but intercepted and cleared into the middle, and then headed on by Hargrave, and not long looking for Marshall, comes off him into the middle, and Hodgson will pick that up, gets it out to the right hand side, and Schmalkin will look to build from the back, and not long looking for Louis Johnson, but Tinker looks to have got the beat him on day, passes it back to Townsend, and Townsend will take the touch and send it over into the middle towards Dolman, who flicks it on well, gets applause for his header, but then Marshall can't get onto it, and back with Risborough now, who returns it to Andrew May, who switches it out to right, but that's intercepted by Valladolid Collins, who sends it forward with Marshall now, looks to turn, and he's got options on the right, but maybe just slowed it down too much, and now Bishop can have the men defence, and the Steels just don't take killer passes when they can. Seems like they do sometimes prioritise just keeping possession above taking a chance with a pass that might just unlock the defence, and that might explain some of the games where they just don't score, and then there's just a poor pass into the channel which Bishop are going to cover, and it goes out for a goal kick. Heaton Stannington are 2-0 up on Brighouse. Jay Errington the scorer. Bayern Munich are 1-0 up on Slovan Bratislava. Thomas Muller has scored in their Champions League update. So back it goes with Norton for this goal kick. Takes his time over it. The referee had a few things he wanted to do before the game restarted, and now we are back underway. And Norton sends it long, but Turner volleys it forward. Dolman almost gets the touch, but cleared away by Risborough. Charles was batting for it, headed on though by Martin, and before Eagledon's the one who clears it, out to Dolman, who gets it under control, and now tries to get it through to Valladolid Collins. Key blocked by Burley, stopping Valladolid Collins from going free. the former Parkgate man, but nice idea. Out to the right now here as Bishop look to build an attack. Hodgson, deepest midfielder, and now spreads it over to Risborough. Knocked on the lawn, looking for Martin. Peels for offside, Martin's got it, lobs Townsend, and it's in the back of the net. Bishop Auckland take the lead. Tom Charles was appealing for the offside. It's not been, wasn't given, and Martin lobs the keeper. It's 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. And the Steels, like at Heritage Park, will need to fight back if they want the win today. Disappointing because it's come from nothing. It's just a ball over the top. Townsend's come out for it. Martin's lobbed him. I think we've slowed down because we've appealed for the offside decision, and that's allowed Martin to nip in, and that's a big lesson of always play to the whistle rather than waiting for a linesman's flag. And the Steels will have to fight back here if they want to win. Of course, they will be given plenty of confidence in the fact that they did exactly that at Heritage Park back in August. The Stocksbridge just give the ball back from the kickoff. The Bishop knock it long, but that goes out for a throw-in. Brighouse have got one back. Against Heaton Stannington, Reese Platter has scored. As Bishop Auckland head another one away, and Stocksbridge just lacking something up front, and it's a nice little spin there from Bartlett. Now he's looking for Louis Johnson, and the ball's just going to roll out of place. It's a bit too much for him. The spin not matched with the quality of pass. Stocksbridge's long passes forward just not working. It's just been headed away easily, and I think Bishop Auckland would happily deal with that all night. Tinker with this throw, taking his time, sending it down the line, but knocked away from him and into the middle, and then knocked over the top. Owen will look to head it away, heads into midfield, and Louis Johnson looks to win it, but Tinker knocks it away, and we're trying to build from that left-hand side, but they just can't even get it out of that area. Louis Johnson was the last person to have it, but it has gone out for a Bishop Auckland throw. Throw it into the middle to Bartlett, who is going backwards here. Well, O'Connor presses him, and now Bartlett will try to get round it. Lays off one-touch passing with Martin, but intercepted by Charlesworth. Charlesworth gets it back after some one-touch passing within their own half. As Turner knocks it forward, but then it's a good block by our referee, Mr. Watson, who forgets he's not a defensive midfielder. Playing more like his counterpart from Sheffield FC. And as Turner wants to get it back underway quickly, because it was a chance for a break, the referee stops it and makes him restart again, with Bishop Auckland all back in position. Forward to Adam Allcroft, who's on the right wing now, but loses the ball, and Martin has it slipped into the middle to Howard, but his pass looking for Louis Johnson instead of Tina, who will send it long and look for Dolman. Dolman heads it up and trying to get into the middle, and he'll get the next touch. Dolman lays off a Marshall, back to Grezlak, who gets it caught under his feet, and back to Turner, who's going to lose the ball to John Howard. And now it's with Bartlett, who has some space, out to Martin, the goal scorer, who will switch it, looking for Louis Johnson. Tinker wins the header, but it will go out for a Bishop throw. Burlace will have the throw in the middle to Bartlett, then back to Burlace, and on the halfway lane as he gives it back to Bartlett, who will now cross exactly on the centre circle in a diagonal run towards his left. Turner will press out to left to Martin, who tried to return it back to Risborough. That wasn't as classy as his goal, as he just knocked that one out of play. Atletico Madrid are 2-0 on Salzburg. Antoine Griezmann has scored. Going to Marshall. Back in the middle to Curtis Turner, but it actually leaves it for Grezlak. He's looking for Valdo Klons, but it's intercepted, and back to Martin. Charles is just getting more and more frustrated on this right-hand side because these passes forward from these deep areas are just being gobbled up by the Bishop Auckland defence, and Louis Johnson's now trying to burst forward, and he's avoided a couple of tackles before using the outside of his foot to try and pass to Martin. Charles intercept, then Valdo Klons turns, but Charles Learn looking for Charlesworth, but while he had the right idea, he didn't have the right execution. He goes out to play for the throw-in. Fine order of equalising to Lille. Santiago Jimenez has scored. We will put a bit on that table for you at some point. Let's see who are dropping out. Right now, Manchester City are going out of the Champions League. throws it down, headed on. Eagledon climbs over Martin, nothing given though for it as Martin does get it away. Tinker reads the pass though, it was misplaced. Sends it back to Owen after being put under some pressure. Over to Eagledon, who's on this right, and will look to switch it, looking for Dorman, who goes a bit off target. And again, he's easily headed away. Falls to O'Connor, who chests it down. Looks for Valentine Collins on the right, and he's got a bit of space, and he can take on Risborough. Will go on their outside right, cross blocked. It's going to go out. There's appeals for a throw in for Bishop Auckland, and it is going to go their way, it seems. Yep, that's going to came off Valentine Collins last. It's a bit of bad luck on that one. Throwing down the line and won by Valentine Collins, but then cleared away as Gary Martin will be penalised for a high foot, and it is a free kick in a dangerous spot for Stocksbridge to get the ball in. About 40 yards out to the right hand side, it's a chance to turn to get the ball in, and Stocksbridge have been good from these sorts of set pieces during the season. Here comes Turner. As Turner tried to put the ball in, Owen's gone down under a push in the box, and it's interesting, you'll never see these sort of fouls ever given. What you'll have to see is what Adam Watson the ref's doing now, having a little talk to him. But it technically was a foul inside the box, that. Never been given though in a million years, and you'd cause a riot if you didn't give it. Turner will send it curled, and it should be alright for the keeper, and he does claim it, Jack Norton. It's just at the last seemed to have took a bit of a gust of wind and took it away from the attacking pack. So back with Norton, who will take his time with it, just puts onto the ground, and then we'll send it forward. Charlesworth wins it and just can't get his foot around it properly, sends it out for a Bishop Auckland throw. Hallam are leading 1-0 against Winterton Rangers. It's trying to see who scored this. I can't remember his last name. Always scored from Bishop Auckland, but it is a foul from Gary Martin, the goal scorer, who has looked rough at times in this game, but he's had one big moment in front of goal and he took it, and that is what matters. Ball forward from Charlesworth. Again, it's that long ball forward, but again, headed away easily. Valentine can't get the touch on it right, and it just goes all the way out to Hargrave, who returns it over to the right, and now Burlace will charge forward, crosses the halfway line with plenty of pace. Now moves into the middle, and then Grejlak meets him and gets a tackle in, and now Turner will carry it forward, but he just goes a bit too far and he loses the ball. Bishop Auckland in midfield now, and wants to take it on the left, but well in from Marshall, goes out for a throw-in as we pass the 30-minute mark. Risborough will have this throw. Taking his time with it. Long throw forward, and Charlesworth gets the head, and Turner will then big boot away. Dorman's going to chase it, but Burlace should win that race, and he does. But then he loses, almost loses the ball, does lose the ball to Dorman. Now Dorman has some space down left, but he slows it down again. He's not using the pace he has, and he tries to get it back to Tinker, and then it's a misplaced pass, and Bishop Auckland able to clear. It's not a great game of football, this, because neither team's passing has been particularly brilliant, but Bishop Auckland had the one moment of quality, and that's why they lead 1-0 right now. Tom Charlesworth forward to Marshall, finds pass for Valentine Collins on the right, being forced backwards. And that's again, it's a poor one, and Martin has it, and Martin will charge forward. Will look to find Howard, but well intercepted by Charlesworth. In the middle to O'Connor. O'Connor forward to Grejlak, then to Turner, who put a ball into the middle. And if Dorman's onside, no, he's not onside. Dorman slipped it into the bottom corner, but the offside flag went up, and I would say he's probably correct on that decision, but it was much better football from Stocksbridge. It was brilliant one-touch passing. Dolman was an acres of space in the middle. I think maybe had half a yard offside. I'm not going to disagree with the referee on that one, and his eventual goal is disallowed. Right, Champions League updates. Benfica are 1-0 on Juventus. Pavlidis, the scorer. Lautaro Martinez has scored a second for Inter Milan. They're 2-0 on Monaco. Garassi has put Dortmund 1-0 on Shakhtar Donetsk. PSG are 2-0 up on Stuttgart. Dembele has scored, and in a surprise scoreline, Dynamo Zagreb are 1-0 up on AC Milan. Martin Beccarina, the scorer. Owens have been penalised for going over the top of Gary Martin, and now following that, which the disallowed goal, which the Sox fans did not think was offside, they're now not particularly happy about that foul, and they're turning on the referee. One of the fans has just called Gary Martin a squealer. So 32 minutes gone, and Bishop Auckland have the free kick about 30 yards out. Dane Burlace is one of the men over it, the other is John Howard. And John Howard will just leave it now, so it'll just be Burlace on his right. Looks to kill it towards the far hand side of the box, and not headed away properly yet, and Dennis Owen does get it away, but still in the box. Thought he might have caught Jack Volk's hand there, but nothing is given, and cleared away and out for a throw-in to Bishop. On the right here, Burlace will come over to take this throw-in. 33 minutes gone. He's taking his time with it, the fullback. Flogging the short one, and then going to lose the ball, and then it's not long, and Marshall will chase. We're going to go back to the keeper after the defender won the race, and he slices his clearance, and this is going to put Bishop Auckland under a bit of pressure, but they have got some quick defenders. They turn and clear, but only back to O'Connor, who gives it back to Doman on the left, and some options in the middle, but they can't even make it into the middle because Hodgson's blocked that cross. So then get a tackle and get away. Brings out to Valladolid Collins, who turns to the left, he loses the ball, it's going to bundle into the box. Valladolid Collins has it, it's still blocked, it comes off him again, he's being forced out wide to the left, still in the box. Collins puts the cross into the middle, cleared out to O'Connor, who takes the touch, trying to hold it down, and his path out, takes a shot, saved by Norton. O'Connor's done really well to bring that touch out of the air, to bring the ball out of the air, down to his feet. Then he's got a man in front of him. He manages to just get enough space to get the shot off, but he curls it towards the near post, and Jack Norton doesn't have to do too much to stretch off to the left and make the save. Owen will slice it up into the air, that clearance, and Stoke fans again a bit frustrated with the lack of quality on show today from the home team. As Louis Johnson picks it up on the right, face up with Jack Tinker. Goes around looking to go around the outside. Tinker's following him all the way. Johnson does put the cross in, but he doesn't make it very far, and Turner's able to clear it away. Going to go all the way back now for May, who returns it into the opposite half and picked by Martin. Tries to find Johnson on the right, but that's intercepted, and Turner has it now. Forward to Marshall, takes his first touch backwards onto left to Turner, who will carry it over on the left hand side. Forward to Dolman, moves it onto his around the inside, then back to Turner on the halfway line now. It goes back to O'Connor, who tries to flick it over the top, but it's going to be headed away. And Stocksbridge just not getting any success in the air. I'm not sure why they keep trying it, because they haven't got the big man foot forward with like James Morris like we normally do, and because he's out injured, and Bishop Auckland happily heading everything away. And now Louis Johnson's tearing away up front, moving diagonally. Louis Johnson continuing, takes the finish, and that was a weak finish in the end. He's done everything right. He's outpacing all the defenders. No one can get a foot in on him. It's just the finish lacked any sort of quality in the end, and it didn't have much power on it, and it dribbled past the near post. It's not what you'd expect from one of the league's best strikers. Bologna ahead against Sporting Club of Portugal. Pobega has scored. Ball forward and then headed away. Back into the middle, and Stockbridge trying to win it back, but Bashful getting away with it before Tinker just able to clear it. Heels for Bishop Auckland's free kick are not given, as Joe Bartlett's down in the middle. Back it will go to Norton, who slices it away. Norton's kick-in has been a bit suspect today, and Stockbridge will get the throw-in here on the left-hand side. Tinker will come up to take this throw-in. Stockbridge struggling with quality at the moment. Feels like we've only seen 2 or 3 passes connected clear at most. Tinker throwing it to Grejlak. He's come out of the box on the left hand side, and he's trying to just keep hold of the ball. He's got 2 men round him. He's been forced deep, and he's done well just to keep hold of it. Trying to put the ball into the box, and it's been sliced, and Valladolid takes the finish, and it's not far off. It appeals for a corner, but he should have done better from there, really, making his first start. He scuffed it. in the box really, and it bounces wide of the post. Norton didn't really know much about it. That was a big opportunity from a rare error from this Bishop defence with Jack Volks not clearing his lines. So back now with Norton. We'll be happy that didn't end up in the back of the net. Goes forward, headed by Hargrave beyond, but then Martin can't get a touch onto it. Gone forward to Grezlak, who's knocked it to the right. Valdoyle Collins can't keep it in. There's this big chance. Valdoyle Collins starting today, and I can't say that he's doing enough to show why he should be starting. And then again, if Danny Deacon's out, we could see lots of different changes over the next few weeks. Injuries starting to rack up. Forward, look for Gary Martin, and he gets past Owen there, and then Owen reads it, slipped, here comes Hargreave, and then it's going to be Stocksbridge get it away in the end, and that was again a catalogue of errors at the back which almost let Bishop Auckland in, and Stocksbridge are doing a very good job of beating themselves at the moment. Gary Martin's an absolute curiosity of a player, isn't he? Because there are times when I'm thinking, what is he doing on that pitch, and then there's other times I'm thinking, Jesus, he's going to score about 5 today. Have a throw in on the right hand front of our Andrew Crawford HR stand. If you want to sponsor Stocksbridge Park Seals, do get in touch with Vice Chairman Roger Gissing at rpg.sps@mail.com. All goes forward. Flick to the back to Louis Johnson. Charge forward, trying to get the ball into the box, but Owen blocks, and then O'Connor will get it away, but it's a too far a pass, and then it's back with the number 6 Hodgson. Louis Johnson now has it after the pass. To the left of Bartlett, who will take it further out to the wing on the left, into the middle with John Howard. Some one-touch passing going on. Martin, though, has stopped it, and he then throws it out to Bartlett from the left, who will face up with Grezlak. Bartlett looking to go on the outside as he moves into the box, tries to get beyond Charles, but Charles has not only tackled him, but he's prevented it going out for a corner as well. Charles knocking on, looking for Dolman, but Dolman's first touch too heavy, and Mays read it really well, and he's going to come away with the ball. He knocks it over the top, and Townsend will pick it up. Leads out to Eagledon. Stocksbridge just struggling to make much at all. And forward to Valdoyle Collins. It comes off his arm, and that's one of the clearest handballs you'll see outside of basketball. Just noticed in the Champions League, by the way, Dynamo Zagreb are currently due to go into the next round of the tournament. Manchester City 0-0 there, or not. Norton gets the ball back from that free kick, and now will send it long. Looking for will Turner look to head it away, and he does. Goes to O'Connor, who will try to find Valdoyle Collins, but blocks off. Turner then wins the 50-50, but Bishop Auckland have the ball back. Not long looking for Martin. Eagledon will look to meet it, and he just knocks it off Martin to get the Stocksbridge throw. Martin looks like he's walking in concrete on the way out of that. Goes to Turner, and Turner will get back to Townsend. Short to Eagledon. Forward to Turner, and he sends it up into the air, and Charleston heads it forward, but that's going to lose the ball and give it back to Bishop. And they're going to be forced further back, and then well won by Valdoyle Collins. O'Connor then gives it to Grezlak. Grezlak spins on the ball as he brings it forward, and he's got some pressure on him. Has to evade a couple of challenges there, and then gets barged into, and it will be a free kick. Grezlak doing well there, and there's actually there's some. Well, we've got some coming together now. I think there has been an accusation of a kick out by the number 6 Sam Hodgson against Grezlak. Grezlak clutching the back of his head, and that's caused the players to all come together here. Weirdly, Ben Townsend's coming to be peacemaker. Grezlak's still down on the ground as the referee has done very well stopping that in getting any worse than it did. But it's the fact that I think there's an accusation of a kick out against Oliver Grezlak. Liv Phillips, our physio, will head on for treatment, and I think it's the accusations against Sam Hodgson. It's just the fact that that's something from, just a frustration barge in the back into Grezlak because he's evaded a few tackles. Fair enough, and there's going to be some cards here for the referee. It's the case of, I'm saying accusation because that's what the players seem to be pointing out, and what is, I didn't see it, and it all depends if the referees have seen it as well. Shockingly, we do not have VAR at this level. Referee is going to give a yellow card to Alex O'Connor. And then a yellow card to Glenn Hargrave. So, if there was a kick out, it was not spotted by the referee or any of the linesmen. But obviously something happened big to trigger quite a bit of pushing and shoving, a lot of coming together between the teams. So bookings for Alex O'Connor and Glenn Hargrave, one apiece. Depending on what the referees had seen, it could have been worse. Oliver Grejak is going to return for this set piece. Oliver Grejak not going to be allowed to return just yet because he's had to go for treatment. So Grejak will have to head off as Townsend takes his free kick, lofts it into the box, looking for it, headed up into the air by a Bishop defender, tries to challenge him, and that will be a barge in the back from O'Connor. And Seals players are not happy with that being given, and this has started to become a much more frustrated game than it was before. 43 minutes gone, 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. Free kick for Norton to take. Ooh, some more goals. Doncaster Rovers are 1-0 up on Barrow. Aluwu has scored. That is a hell of an away trip on a Wednesday night, isn't it? Up to Barrow in Cumbria. God bless the people who've made that journey. Ball forward here from Bishop Auckland. Big header away by Owen, and then in the air by Risborough. O'Connor knocks it on, and then good little touch by Marshall. Can it just stay in? No, the pitch will roll it away from Valerie Collins, and it goes out for a goal kick. Some more goals to tell you about. Liverpool are 1-0 up on PSV. Cody Gakpo has scored a penalty. Girona are 1-0 up on Arsenal. And Zuma scored. Now Doncaster Rovers are now 2-0 up on Barrow. Lee Molyneux has doubled their lead. Leverkusen 1-0 up on Sparta Prague. Florian Wirtz has scored. And Real Madrid are 1-0 up on Mikael Richards' favourite team, Brest. So back with Norton for this goal kick. As we get closer and closer towards half time. And he's going to skew towards the left hand side. Bartlett's going to try and get onto it, but it's hard to do. Flicks it onto Bartley. He sends one up into the air. And Charles gets enough head onto it. Eagledon will send it down. No one's there for it though. No one's just on the edge of the defence at the moment. No one is being that striker on the final shoulder at the moment. Given out here to Risborough, knocks it forward, and it goes to Johnson, who will take it back, and he's going to look for Berlace. Doesn't get his pass right though, and it will go out for a throw-in. We will see the added time added on. It will be 2 minutes added time in this first half.
Referees indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes added time.
So with Tinker for this throw-in. Goes back to him after the 1-2, and then back into defence to Owen, who knocks it forward and cleared away from him to Bartlett, and then Stocksbridge will commit the foul, but Tinker, the man who's given it away, and it will be a free kick just inside the Steel's half. The Dane Berlace is the man who will take it. And he's going to, even though this is only a few yards away from the halfway line and close to the touchline on that far hand side, he is going to try and get this into the box. And it will go into the box, and Owen heads it to the edge of the area. Louis Johnson puts it back into the box, but Charles will clear, and Dolman misses that header. Marshall's trying to challenge on for it as it's being taken away by Volks, and he does get it away. Over to Bartlett now on the left, back into defence, and then big clearance away by Risborough. Might bounce right here for Hargrave, and it's an awkward one, and Tinker's lost it. And here comes the finish, and the finish from Hargrave is well high and wide. Not far from the end of this first half, where Stocksbridge will have a complete lack of quality, really, and not really shown too much. To be fair, Bishop Auckland haven't shown too much quality either, but they've had one big moment of quality, and that is the difference. PSG are now 3-0 on Stuttgart. Dembele the latest score. Kansan sends the ball forward, but it'll be headed away, goes to Tinker, who chests it down well. Short pass to O'Connor. So the pass forward blocked and out to Martin it goes, who will switch it over to Louis Johnson. Owen reads it well, heads it away, but only goes back to Hargrave, who sends it back to Johnson on the right. Johnson trying to get on the outside here. Johnson puts the crossing blocked and it's not going out, lofted into the middle. Overhead kick blocked on the line. So overhead kick from Joe Bartliff, but it's blocked on the line by Paul Eagledon, now so Conor Bettina. And that is half time here. So it's 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. It's a game that's lacked much quality, for being honest. Both teams have struggled to get passes together, but Gary Martin's lob bundled its way into the back of the goal, and that is the difference at the moment. It is 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. We'll see you for the second half in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Bishop Auckland. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft. 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. That goal from Gary Martin, the lobbed effort being the pretty much only moment of quality in the game. It's not been a great one. And we were about to get underway there, but it was a feint and referee's making them redo it. He weren't happy with the way Bishop Auckland took that. So we're going to, and now we do get underway for the second half. So we'll go through the teams for you now. No changes for either team at the break. So it's Ben Townsend in goal for the Steels, then Tom Charles, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Ellie Towin, Paul Iggulden, Jack Dolman, who came on for Danny Deacon in just the third 6 minutes officially, but I think it was third Danny actually went off. Alex O'Connor, who got a booking in the first half, Tommy Marshall, Oliver Grezlak and Silas Valladolid-Collins. The bench is Elliot Murray, Jordan Lemon, Ollie Novak and Harrison Holter. For Bishop, actually we're going to just take a break from the teams because Bishop Auckland have a throw on the left hand side and they're going to go for the long throw here. Big launch ball in, Owen heads it away and then a free kick for a push in the back of Owen just as John Howard was queuing up a volley. So for Bishop Auckland it's Jack Norton in goal, then Dane Burlace, James Risborough, Andrew Mayhews the captain, Jack Volk, Sam Hodgson, John Howard, Joe Bartliff, Louis Johnson, Gary Martin the goal scorer, Glenn Hargrave who has been, but the bench is Johnny Haas, Kobe Eric Thompson, Jake Hackett, Leon Carling and Jordan Fielding. Bishop Auckland having more of the ball at the start of this game, and Gary Martin has just earned a throw in on the right hand side for the visitors. Before the half-time break, Barrow equalised against Doncaster Rovers, Acquire scoring. So Barrow 1, Doncaster Rovers 2. Try and keep you to do with local scorelines and the Champions League tonight. We do thank you all for listening to us rather than paying attention to the Champions League. Townsend shouted for the ball, we're headed away and it's now gone onto the left-hand side here. Number 11, Hargrave trying to get on, but he was blocked all the way, couldn't do anything. Back it goes to Howard, who tries to put the cross in. Iggulden heads it away. Won again though by Howard, who's trying to charge him. Tackle goes in, but goes back to Bishop Auckland. They find Burlace in some space, and Grezlak tries to get a tackle in. Goes on the right, down on the right, and here comes across towards the far post. Iggulden heads it away, and it goes onto the left here for the number 8 Bartliff, but Bishop Auckland will recycle it onto the left. They're looking to get a ball into the box here. Back to Bartliff, moves it onto his right, cross going in towards the far post. Well headed away. And headed on. So Bishop Auckland have it back and they've got it on the right wing again with Lou Johnson. They're just keeping these attacks going. These attacks don't feel like they have much threat to them, but they do keep on coming. Cross goes in though, and Townsend will claim at his near post. So the ball goes forward here to Dolman. He loses it, and Bishop Auckland get the ball back. I mean, it's been all Bishop in the second half so far. They're the ones with all the ball and being able to do anything. Ball goes long, goes back to Turner and back to Iggulden. Stockbridge gets it forward, looking for Dolman, but loses the ball, and Gresham tried to win it off, but then back Bishop Auckland. And Stockbridge have not had possession for what must be more than 10 seconds at a time. As Tom Charles gets the ball forward, it goes to Valladolid-Collins, who tries to keep it on the right hand side, but in comes the number 3 Risborough with the tackle, and it goes out for a throw-in. We get it back to Charles to O'Connor, who tries to go forward, but it's a poor pass, and again just giving it away. Again, Stockbridge is not able to keep possession for more than like 5-10 seconds. Long ball forward though by Bishop, is easily taken in by Owen. Lays it off to Iggulden, who's in a bit more of a constrained space. His ball forward is blocked, but Stockbridge get it back. Charlesworth gives it to Turner, who's dropped deep to try and get this ball moving a bit. Forward to Grezlak, tries to turn, has to get it back to Tinker. Now he gets it forward to Turner. Moves out to the left to Grezlak, knocks it forward to Dolman. He has to bring it back, tries to keep it in. I tried to get back, and it's going to be appeal for a Stocksbridge throw, but he's going to be given as Bishop. Footage come off John Howard there, but has not done so. Burlace will take. 49 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. Back to Burlace it goes, who gets beyond Dolman, then knocked forward by Bartliff, and Louis Johnson will chase this. Iggulden will have to be honest, and he returns it to Townsend, and that was a bit of a hospital pass from Iggulden, who's Gonna have to learn a lesson from that one. A rare error from him that almost put Steels in a world of trouble. Townsend just has to hook that one away, and it's a throw-in very close to the corner flag. Might actually be a corner kick. So it's trying to see through this. It's going to be a corner kick, but it's headed away at the near post. Back it goes to Hargrave. He's whipping in, look for the far post. Eagledon with the header out. Oh, sorry, with the header out. Here comes a volley in from the number 7, John Howard, but it's straight at Townsend. Ball out to Charlesworth on the right, and he's going to send it over the top. But then it's poor, and it's out of play, and Stocksbridge have not really come out as a different side. They've come out as much the same, which is a big problem for the rest of this game. And I suspect if we see this carry on much longer, Ian Richards is going to start ringing the changes. Risborough with the throw. Launched downfield, but will be headed away. But Bishop can retain in midfield. It's Howard. Lays it off to Burlace. Over to Johnson. Deep at the moment. He's going to try and move centrally. Tinker lunges with a tackle, misses it. And Johnson, though, has to give it out to Bartliff. It took a deflection, his pass, and Valentine Collins has won it, and he's going to move it to space, and his pass is looking for Dolman over the top. Dolman just goes beyond him on the left, but he has picked it up. He's getting chased by Burlace, and Burlace takes him out, and it's going to be a free kick, and that's, you think that might well be a yellow as well. I don't think he's going to get a yellow at that time, but I'm surprised he hasn't, to be honest. Maybe the referee's thinking it's going to be a bit too much for Dolman, and that's why we put cross in, but it's a free kick, just almost on line with the penalty corner of the penalty box. Not many big options for Stocksbridge with James Morris out. It is Eagledon and Owen with your big ones in there. Turner will be looking to aim for them, but here it comes, a corner, looking to get in the box. Almost turned in by your own player. It's a corner kick. I think it's Samuel Hodgson there who got the first flick on, but he's almost put it into his own bottom corner. Will be a corner kick for the Steels, though. Curtis Turner. Closest Stockbridge have come to a goal, and it was Bishop Auckland who almost scored it for them. Turner with a corner. Plenty of pushing and shoving happening as the Steels are positioned most on the edge of the box. Now they move into the 6-yard area. Corner goes in, headed away, appeals for a free kick because there's a tangle, but nothing has been given. Bishop Auckland will have to defend as the ball goes out to O'Connor. Takes it forward, and he wants someone to pull on the string. He's going to take a shot himself, O'Connor. Deflect, blocks, appeals for handball. Very strong appeals as well from the Stocks players, but that's not going to be given. Turner put under pressure, has to get back to Charles if he's the furthest man back for the Steels other than the keeper. Knocking it long and out to play, and again it's that ball over the top which has been so poor all day, which has stopped the Steels being able to keep the pressure on. So they're playing. That'll be one to watch back later on. I personally didn't see it myself, so I can't say anything. But the Stocksbridge players in the box were convinced that was a handball for Alex O'Connor's shot. Stockbridge tried to win it. It's not long, and this could be on for Bishop Auckland because Louis John's chase. It's actually just going to be on. He's going to have to take it wide right onto the right wing. Facing up with Tinker. He's going to try and move in on the outside. Goes on the outside now. Gets past Tinker. Turner goes in with a tackle. Turner then with a bit of a shove and then goes in the tackle. It will be a corner kick, but got some danger shown from Bishop Auckland's top forward. So it will be a corner kick for Bishop Auckland just after the Steelers had some good opportunities. 52 minutes gone. Actually, I think it's been more. Looking for the corner, here it comes. Looking for that far post, but Eagledon right side to clear it out. And Stocksbridge might be able to get a counter attack forward. Goes forward now to the number 9, Marshall. Turns and now sends it long. He's looking for Valentine Collins, but it's just rosetted there by Jack Volks, who does well. One of those just no nonsense, get it out of the ground, or else Valentine Collins might get in here. Charles have thrown it in the middle towards Dolman. Back to Charles, but the slime challenge from stops it going any further. Charles will launch it downfield, it's intercepted before he can get there, and back in defence of Risborough, just boot it away. Charles have a look to win the header, but being won by Hargrave, but Stocksbridge get a touch and it's sent down that right wing, headed away by Risborough. Stocksbridge have it and trying to turn away from trouble and knock down that channel, and Marshall's trying to cause a problem, but it's cleared away from him and it gets to Hodgson and then cleared away and goes to Eagledon, who knocks it forward. And how to play it will go eventually for a Bishop throw-in. I mentioned that 3-2 win at Stocksbridge won back at Heritage Park. Two of the players that scored for the Steels are no longer with us. Jack Haslam moved to Australia and Alex Phillipson's left the club since. He's the one who scored that dramatic late winner. Charles will get it, goes to Turner. Forward to Dolman. Dolman being forced further back, didn't really have an option. Has to get back to Owen. That's Turner who puts it behind Turner, and it's really allowing Bishop Auckland to come out a bit and really push up, and Stocksbridge are going to have to go all the way back to Townsend, which is really frustrating. He's going to be put under some pressure. He slips as he sends it forward, and it's headed away in the end, but then picked up now by Grezlak. Grezlak's going to send it to right, and he had acres of space. He could have took it forward and maybe picked out a much better pass than he did. Bishop Auckland able to defend it. Gary Martin got onto it, and he's knocked it off Owen for a throw-in. So actually that clockwork we've got, I think, is not really doing particularly well at the moment. We'll fix that in a moment. But it's going to be, this ball is going to be launched forward now to the left-hand side and clear away. But Bishop Auckland have it fairly high up. They're trying to switch it towards Burlace. Gets a good touch, and then he's handballed it, but it's not been spotted. He's used his hand to control that, and the referee is not the most popular figure at Brackenmore at the moment, as Stockbridge did clear that one eventually. Dolman's trying to win it, and he's going to get it now and trying to escape from a few men as he goes forward. Dolman looking for Marshall, that pass. It's a poor pass in the end, and Mays intercepted and back to Norton, who sends it away. Turner does well to get the touch, gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor's just holding the ball for a bit. Seen before his pass is blocked though by the number 7 Howard, and now Bishop Auckland have the counter attack. Down the left it goes. Gary Martin, advantage is going to be given as there was a foul in the middle of the park. Bishop Auckland on the left, and eventually it's going to be Eagledon who's able to get in between man and the ball and let's go out for a goal kick. Ball goes to Dolman here, and it goes out to play. Knocked off a Bishop Auckland. It will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Into defence now to Turner, who's dropped deep again, just trying to get on the ball. Forward it goes to Marshall, who's got a great challenge on him. And even though Stocksbridge on the attack, it's going to be stopped because of it. The referee has to give a yellow, and now when he stopped it, I thought it was going to be more serious than that. He's going to have a yellow, the yellow card out, and just summon play over and see which player it is. It's the number 5, Jack Volks, who has been given a booking. So Stocksbridge with the free kick. Curtis Turner out 40 yards out, bit to the right of the circle. So here comes the ball into the box from Turner. Look towards the far side, but Norton claims again. Turner's set pieces delivery have lacked a bit of quality today. Ball going forward, it comes off Louis Johnson. Dolman though just slowing down. He just seems to choose to slow down at the worst times. Right, as Bartley has the ball now. Looking to be the man, looking for Johnson, and back to O'Connor, who will read it, and back into defence to Owen. Cross now to Turner. Sends it out to the right and back to Charlesworth. Knocked forward, and then Stocksbridge looking to try and get forward, but well won by Turner, and this could open into space for O'Connor, can be the first man onto it. He does. Bishop Auckland do get back into the shape quite well, but now out to Tinker on the left. First time we've seen him really get forward. Over to Dolman now, who is looking so, and then the cross lacks any sort of quality. And Ian Richards is not a happy man. That was a particularly poor cross. And we are going to see substitutes. Silas Valadog Collins is going to come off. And we are going to see the debut of Harrison Poulter. So it's a big opportunity for him. His brother Harvey is a big fan of the Steels. We usually see him in the corner. I think I can just about see his banner from here. Of the Brackenmore Boys, as they like to call themselves. So it's a big opportunity. Harrison, who is a local lad, went to Ecclesfield School, just a couple of miles away from here. He's played at Step for a few different teams, including Belper, and I think that might be it. Harvey and his mates cheering in the stand back there now. That clock, by the way, is completely broken at the moment. We are 61 minutes have gone as Harrison Poulter just makes his way on, and it is a natural centre forward who has taken the role. Centre forward Tom Marshall moving back to the right. Dorman now trying to burst through a few, and it's going to be won though by Hodgson, and then knocked on off his pass, looking for Louis Johnson, and Tinker does well to read there and comfort it back to Townsend. Back to Owen, forward to Dolman, who's trying to get out, and he will just about keep it in, but that pass is never going to make its way to Poulter. Out to Owen, who sends it forward. Dolman tries to chest it down, but that just allows the number 6 to get into it, and Hodgson's bought the foul quite well off Dolman, and will be a free kick. So going to be the first Bishop Auckland sub of the day. Johnny Haas is coming on. He's going to come on for Glenn Hargrave. Haas is, while he's going to come on seemingly as a winger, he does actually offer a bit more of a defensive element. That's what we saw when he used to come on for quite regularly for Stockton Town. Featured in Stocksbridge Park Steel's playoff defeat to the Anchors 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago. Will go forward here, and then playing by Townsend from that free kick. That won't be Dane Burles' best free kick, but Townsend, oh, that's a late one from Burles on the Grays Black. And Burles is going to get a booking for that one as well. It'll be Bishop Auckland's third booking of the game. He's going to get definitely a yellow card for Dane Burles. So yellow card for the fullback, who one definitely deserves. There's some late challenges coming into this game now. Ball going forward here, look for Dom, but headed away from him, goes to Turner, who gets out to Tinker, who tries to keep control of it, can't do so, out for a Bishop Auckland throw. So out to the right now, with Burles, the recently booked man, launches it upfield, Owen gets a touch, out into Turner, not long, Poulter, who's not got a touch yet, will chase it, but it's headed away, and out to Tinker, who tries to go to Greslack, but instead he's just going to knock it off Bartliff, and he's launched forward. Poulter will chase, but it's covered by May. Back to the keeper, Norton, who grounds away all in. Turner wins it well. Turner goes forward. Turner out to the left. He's gone through a few, leaves it to Dolman now. Dolman gives it back to Tinker, and there's going to be a foul. Dolman was offside at some point during that. Jordan Lemon very irate on the bench, so is Ian Richards. And it's a lot of frustration about the referees. Norton to take this free kick. We are 65 minutes into this match. 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. 25 minutes for the Steels to turn it around. Ball going long. Owen heads it away. And then looking for a kind of a goes above him, and Howard flicks it forward. Louis Johnson's got space on the right. Brings it down just inside the box on the right. Goes out, back in again. Trying to get round Eagleton. Misses a tackle on the right. Goes in the middle, and then Turner almost puts it in his own net. Still bouncing in the 6-yard area. Eventually it's Charles who gets it away. Out to the edge of the area. Shot goes in from Hodgson. It took a deflection out the right to Johnson. Johnson looking to get past his man, and well tackled there by Grezlak, and Owen will carry it away. He sends it forward, but only back to Andrew May, who will get it forward. Burlace avoids a tackle from Turner. Looks to put it into the middle and evades a couple of spins around. Some good play from John Howard. Finds Burlace on the right. Burlace cuts in well, but Tinker with a good tackle. And now it's Turner who will carry it away, and he will launch ball, look for Poulter. We haven't seen Poulter get a touch on it again, and we'll still have to wait because Bartliff has got the ball now. It was headed away by Volks. Out onto Risborough, knocks it long. Charles misses that, but it goes all the way forward to Martin, the goal scorer from the first half. Feels a long time ago, that goal now. Into the middle to Bartliff. Switches it over to Burlace on the right. Right, cross going in. It's a good looking cross. Owen has to meet it and clear it away. Carried away there by Dorman, and forward to Marshall, who takes it out to the right. But again, no one's really daring to go past the man at the moment. Marshall turned well, and he's on the right. But it's a poor pass from Marshall. Stocksbridge just lacking any quality in this game, and that's something I've said a lot, but doesn't get any less true. Norton with the ball now. Ball forward for Owen, who heads it away. Goes forward, but then it will be cleared away by Volks, and it's just a bit of head tennis between the two teams. Turn gets it down to Charles, who just volleys it forward. Again, Poulter's going to make chase, and Volks hasn't got it cleanly. Poulter's almost bundled his way through, but it did make its way to Norton, and Poulton trying to make a nuisance of himself. Right now he's just being sent to chase aimless balls at the moment. Poulter sending it long. Owen will head it away, but it's going to go back to Howard, and forward it goes, and it will go back to Townsend. Stocksbridge trying to pass it out, but even that's not even working. Johnny Haas has won the ball, but then Stocksbridge have got it back. Then Haas has tripped his man, so it will be a free kick. So we're going to see another Stocksbridge substitution. Looks like Elliot Murray is coming on for the Seals, which would be an interesting sub, bringing a centre back on. I don't know what the idea will be, but we'll soon see. He's out on the right, and Turner's being forced back to Townsend. Out onto the left. One into the middle. As Bishop Auckland have won it back here, and they switch it out to Louis Johnson around. They are trying to find Louis Johnson with pretty much the majority of the balls, and this time he's been put into a cul-de-sac, and O'Connor will win it, and out in the middle to Grezlak, then back it goes forward to Grezlak, who turns well, forward to Poulter, finally gets his first, it's actually Marshall, sorry, Poulter still waits for his first touch. That's Charles who will look forward, looking for Poulter, but blocked here by Volks. And the ball forward blocked by Charlesworth, and then cleared up into the air by Bishop, and Charlesworth will look to challenge it, but it's well won by Martin. He's been forced all the way back here, and that pass could go a bit short, but then they're able to get it away, and goes to Turner, who then just returns it back to Risborough. More frustration from the Stock fans, and then it's a poor kick out again by Norton, but he did find a man. He found Risborough, but his clearance is not great. It's found Turner, appeals for a handball on him. He's got one man on him. No one's helping him though. Back to Charles, who knocks it forward, goes to Marshall, tries to turn past his man, puts the ball in. Poulter's going to chase for it, almost, and Norton is the man who got to it first, and Poulter is staying down after that one. And now Bishop Auckland are on the attack. Jack Tinker has made the tackle, puts in the middle to Turner, and the Steels are not kicking it out. Poulter's just about still down in the opposition box. They need to kick it out if they want to attack. Pass go forward and Burlace has won it. Why Steels haven't kicked it out, I don't know. Burlace is attacking. There's going to be no moral complaints about this if Bishop Auckland score because the Steels try to continue it. Poulter still down. Liv Phillips waiting to go on. Louis Johnson trying to play it forward now. Back to the right to Burlace. He's going to put it into the middle to Hodgson, and they're trying to pass it round and then eventually won by Dom. And then Stocksbridge want to counter-attack, but they're not going to. Poulter's back up and he's going to limp back in position. It's good work by Poulter. Fair play to him. He's trying to make sure he's onside as the Stocksbridge trying to counter-attack. And Poulter's in position, cross going in, headed away, but Poulter's still limping as he's up, and the ball's not gone out to play yet for Poulter to get some treatment, which he does obviously need because he's looking a bit odd going up. Bishop Auckland on the ball now as we hit the 71st minute. Looks like Ollie Novak will be coming on soon as well. Well won by Tinker. Launch forward, he took out as he does do so. Ball goes forward to Grezlak, tries to get past the sliding tackle, but then it's Volks who clears it away, and Tinker's still down, and the game continues, though Tinker is now back to his feet. And the ball goes long and goes all the way back to Townsend. He will pick it up. So we are going to get the substitutes.
Steel substitution replaced number 16, Jack Goldman, is 14, Elliot Murray. And replacement
so Elliot Murray and Ollie Novak are coming on. Ollie Grezlak's going to be one of the men going off. Here's the other one. Sorry, we have a contact for the secretary trying to. What's wrong on football web pages? Trying to see who else is headed off here. So Ollie Novak and Elliot Murray heading on. Novak returning from his dual registration. Going into O'Connor. Forward to Marshall, who looks to turn and evade a challenge, and he's done well to evade one. Tinker's on his left, but Marshall wants to go it on his own. Needs help now, though. Not going to use it, though, and he's trying to just go on his own. He looks like he's trying to time waste, really. Well, the tackle goes in, and it is going to be Stocksbridge's throw. I think it's Tom Charlesworth who's gone off. I think so. I can't see him. Oh, is he there? So Owen's going to put the cross in, looking for that far post. It's headed away. Turner tries to get to it, but we'll go back to Iggulden for to Turner, who turns really well. He's urged to shoot, takes a shot, and it's not too far off. Better from Stocksbridge. Dave, TC. Sorry? So it's just confirming the substitution for you. It's a very professional output that you come to expect from Stockbridge Park Steel's commentaries. It's Dolman who was brought on earlier at the very beginning, and he has now headed off. Placed by Elliot Murray. Hasn't been Dolly's best performance. Stockbridge have switched to a 3-5-2 as they chase an equaliser. And Murray, well, that's a hospital pass back, and Townsend has to do everything just to try and keep it in. I think he might have just kept it as a throw-in. Steelers have 15 minutes to get back into this. By the way, if you were hoping Manchester City were going to go out the Champions League tonight, they are actually winning 2-1 against Club Brugge now after being down earlier, and they will be 22nd. Prone goes in, Murray heads it, comes off the back of Owen and almost ends up in the back of the net. Bishop Auckland will be able to keep the pressure on from here though, but Stockbridge have got the ball back. Tinker. Poor ball turns forward, and it's No, and Poulter will chase it, and Vaux has to return it to Norton. Poulter will keep the pressure on, and Norton's kick will look like it might just go out to play. It ends up coming off Bartlett to just keep it in. Murray heads it back, but it goes into midfield, and now forward it goes. Charles will look to read it, heads it forward well, and now will look to get the beating of his man, but Haas has read it well, and takes a touch, so Haas, it goes out, but it's going to go out for push a ball can throw. It thought it might come off Haas last. But Charles had just pushed Haas into the ball, but the linesman disagreeing. On the left hand side, so Brisbane to take. Thrown forward, headed away. Novak trying to get onto it, but instead he's going to go forward to Marshall, who turns, but he's going to lose the ball here, and Fishball can have the ball. Tommy's just not retaining possession well. And he's getting yelling at Fionn Richards after losing the ball there. Owen gets it caught under his feet a bit surprisingly clumsy from him. Manchester poked away, he's kept it in, but great little bit of trickery from Dane Burlace, and he's going to put a ball into the box, but Eagledon heads that away. Turner gets the first touch, out to Tinker, back to Owen. He gets it forward to Tinker, who then uses the burst pacing. He gets it to Poulter, who just can't find Tinker with his pass, and that shows you he's not in a training session with the first team just yet, as Owen looks to win it, and there will be a free kick for Owen's foul on Howard. Just feels like it's just been mediocrely poor midweek nights of the Steels.
Come on, Stocksbridge, keep going! Come on, you're still in this!
So back to Townsend, but then, again, while it's still one goal, it's not me, it's been a game lacking in any sort of quality. It's actually been given as a Stocksbridge free kick there, and Townsend will take it and get the ball forward. It high up into the air it goes, headed behind by the number 6 Hodgson. Stocksbridge looking to turn the ball back. Novak putting pressure on, cleared away, goes out for a throw in foot. Going to see the Bishop Auckland management team kick it there. I'd say this is where Bishop Auckland have been a lot better over the last few months. First few months they were conceding a lot of goals. They were just, after their promotion from the Northern League, quite naive to this league, and despite some really good play at times, just weren't able to get that team over the line. Change of management has worked wonders. Their assistant manager stepped up to be manager, and they've rose up the table and could put together a playoff charge. A win here would help them, as Stockbridge tries to get the ball into the box, but it's Hodgson again with the clearance. O'Connor tries to get the header, but he only gives it back to Bishop Auckland, and then head back to Thomas Charlesworth, and he loses it to Haas, and Charles tries to press, and it's going to be over and eventually be a Stocksbridge throw. Back it goes to O'Connor, to Turner, out to right to Charlesworth, and back to O'Connor, forward, and Novak tries to win it, but does get it back to Turner. Murray will come and pick it up from deep, out to Owen, who's over on the left-hand side of this free. He's pulled very wide. Over to O'Connor. Now over to Turner. Charlesworth is an option on the right if he wants to take it, because it's a bit congested. Tries to clip it into the box, but nothing there for him there, and it will go back to Norton. 78 minutes gone. Hallam winning 5-0 away at Winterton today. Going to be a good result for them, that. The ball goes forward, and Bishop will now return it out to Louis Johnson on the right, who has managed to find some space, and with this 3-5-2 the Steels are playing now. Murray does get the tackle in on Johnson though. Owen gets it away, but back it goes to Bishop Auckland, and Novak's got it, tried to get past the player here, and he loses it, and Bishop Auckland will return it down to Murray. Takes the touch out to Owen. Owen in the middle to O'Connor. Back to Tinker and over to Eagledon. And there's some space for Eagledon to move into. Forward to Turner. Back to O'Connor now, who takes control. And to the right to Turner. Knock it over the top. He's looking for the run of Marshall, but that's being read all the way by Risborough, who will go down under pressure, and it goes out. It's actually going to be a Stocksbridge free kick for Risborough. I think for Risborough going down too easy, which you don't see very often, but I wonder if the game would be better for it if it did. By the way, the Bishop Auckland guys are having a great time in the chat. I've not been able, if I show it to you all, I've never had a chance to commentate on the game. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. as Turner has a chance to put a quality ball on and make sure these guys don't enjoy it just as much. Turner with the free kick, into the middle it goes. Norton misses the punch, but Murray mistimes it, but he's going to collect it back on the left. Back to O'Connor, pressed pretty quickly, back to Murray again on the left. Not the man you'd expect one to deliver a ball. He's going to lay back to Turner now, who has got some space. It opens up for him a bit, lays it off in the middle. Well, to Marshall, takes a shot. It was heading high, but it was really good positioning in the end from the goalkeeper, who's able to clutch it out before it sails into the top corner. It's actually not the best positioning from him, really, because if Marshall picked the other corner, he wouldn't have much of a chance. Because if Marshall picked that right corner, it's actually fairly easy for him. But the positioning, though, worked out for him. Going to see another Bishop substitution here. So Sam Hodgson's heading off. Jake Hackett, the man, coming on. Bishop Auckland making changes to just to see this game out. And it is a slow walkout by Sam Hodgson. And then eventually does make his way off, and here comes Jake Hackett. So they're throwing on the halfway line for Bishop. They launch it downfield through Risborough. So I'm trying to win the ball back, but stays with the away team. Switch. It's a good switch here, looking for Burlace. Finds him well. Wynn comes out to meet him on the left. Back it goes to Hackett, making his first touches since coming on. Left-footed, will try and swing a ball into the box, but it falls a bit short, and Eagledon heads it out and knocked on to Poulter. Got a touch onto it, but then read by May, who will return it to Norton. And then Poulter will try and press it, but it's cleared away before it can get to him. Head up into the air by Eagledon, and then look forward, and Novak will get a little clip as he goes through, but nothing's given for that, and it's now switched out to Burlace for Bishop Auckland. He sends a big ball forward, and Townsend will claim it. Rolls out quickly to Owen. Leaves it for O'Connor, puts it back in the middle to Turner. Back on the left, and then the sign tag goes in and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw, and Stocksbridge just sometimes putting themselves under more pressure. 161 here today at Brackenmore. Thank you to everyone who has attended tonight. Shame you've not really been given too much entertainment. Going down the line, Tinker heads it back to O'Connor, who sends it for Novak, will challenge for it and head away from him. Though O'Connor challenge for it, Novak getting involved again, but loses out. And then O'Connor commits the foul, and it will be a free kick. Back for a Bishop Auckland free kick, which now we have entered that part of the game where Bishop Auckland will take 50 years to do anything. Bishop Auckland have done have done a complete turnaround against Heaton Stannington. They were 2-0 down, and now they're 3-2 up. Reece Plater and Nia Payne have scored goals to put them ahead at home to the Newcastle side. As Louis Johnson tries to get the touch on the edge of the area, it has gone back to Hackett, who clips it into the box. Johnson will challenge, but headed away by Owen. Volley comes in, and it was by Gary Martin looking for his second, but it's straight at Townsend. Townsend launches the throw out, and he'll find Tinker really well. He'll launch it forward. He gets clipped as he goes out. No foul will be given for that as it bounces awkwardly, and it'll be knocked away by Bishop Auckland. Ball cleared out, and it'll go to Owen, who takes a touch, and forward to Tinker, who will carry it forward out to Novak on the left. Moves horizontally, tries to put the ball into the box. No one's there for it. It was a nice looking ball before it was intercepted, but no one was even there for it, even if it had made its way through. Now Haas will knock a ball forward, but that's not great. It's back with Townsend. 84 minutes gone, 6 minutes plus added time to go. Out to Owen, who can carry it forward here. He's going to drill pass forward, but that's intercepted. It's just the lack of quality in the passing has been evident all day. As Bartlett goes down the right, then he's lost the ball to Turner. Back with Townsend now, who will carry it forward. Out to his box he goes, and he's going to try and drill it forward, but no one's really there for it. But Marshall does get a touch, goes into the middle and intercepted. Back, it's going to go in Norton. Poulter will look to keep him honest, and it's sliced, falls to Jack Tinker. Jack Tinker has got some space to move into. He might be able to play in the middle, takes a block, and it goes out for a corner. Steels have a chance. Jack Tinker did well. It'd be very easy in that position to think, oh, I'm going to have a shot from here, because he was out of position, Jack Norton, but he did the smart move, went down left, trying to put the cross in for Harrison Poulter. But they do well to get a block in. Will be a corner kick. 85 minutes gone. Turner with the corner. Can the Steels get an equaliser? Looking for that far post. Murray looking to get a header on it, but Bishop Auckland able to hack it away. O'Connor's looking to be the man on it, and he does. He has to pass it back to Charlesworth, though, with Johnson pressing. Now back to Charlesworth, back to O'Connor. I mean, O'Connor's going to put the ball into the box. Owen will get the header, goes into the 6-yard area. Eagleton was trying to be the man to go onto it, but Norton claims. 85 minutes gone. 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. 3-3 at Brighouse. Out Heaton Stainton now. Leighton Hopper has got an equaliser, and what is the exact opposite in this game, because that's a thriller. Ball's going to go into the box for Stocksbridge, and Ben Townsend will play it. Rolls out quickly. Stocksbridge have been better as these over the last few minutes. As Charlesworth gets it forward to Turner, flipped over to the right to Marshall, back it goes, and that's a poor pass that Haas gets onto. It's just that lack of quality, penalising Stocksbridge again. And here comes Bishop Auckland with plenty of space forward. And here comes a shot, and it's blocked. And back with Townsend as Howard was the man doing it. Overhead throw from Townsend, gets it to Turner, who has some space, and then tries to send it to the left. No one's there for it. Jenna Lemon boots it back in, and Lemon's going to end up being booked for it for the frustration of it. And Jordan Lemon has been sent off for booting the ball away. It's a straight red card for Jordan Lemon for kicking the ball away. That's a yellow. I'm sorry, referee. It's Jordan Lemon on the bench who's been sent off for kicking the ball away. He's been given a red card. Dave, he's been given a red. That's just a decision that's just completely wrong because it's a yellow card. Louis Johnson's heading off now. Eric Thompson is making his way on. Kobe Eric Thompson is the son of Lee Thompson, the former assistant manager of Stocksbridge Park Steels. He is in attendance tonight. Did play one game on trial for the Steels against Maltby Main back in 2021. And Lemon shouldn't have done it. He definitely should have been booked for that. But the fact that's not a red card. That's just a mystifying thing. It's not a straight red for kicking a ball away. God, we'd seen about 5 red cards in every Premier League game if that was the case. And we're still waiting for the game to get back underway here. So we're going to have plenty of time on, it seems. We're waiting for Louis Johnson back to the We're still waiting for the game to get back underway. We probably... As this referee has become enemy number 1 here. Just on it. And we're still waiting for the game to get underway. We're not sure what's going on here. We've had 2 or 3 minutes here just waiting for the game to get back underway. Ball goes forward, Eagleton. Anyway, he gets shoved and that'll be a free kick. Townsend will take free kick. A minute to go, but I imagine we might get some added time after that lengthy stoppage. Townsend will kick the ball forward, headed away and then cleared away, and Martin chests it down really well for Kobe Eric Thompson, who gets his first touches since coming on, and he's going to get a trip by Turner, then switch, but he keeps the ball and switches out to Martin, but it's overhit and will go out for a throw-in. I'm still mystified by that one, to be honest. It's a yellow card. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. We know it is. It was stupid frustration from him, but not a red. It doesn't even matter for the game because Lemon's on the bench, but Stocksbridge just won the ball quite high up there, and Marshall's getting ragged around. It will be a free kick, and then he's shoved to the ground, and And the referee is going to get his book out for this one. Will be Bishop Auckland's 4th yellow of the game. I think that's a Johnny Haas, that yellow. Steals all in a big group on the edge of the box and centre. 4 minutes added time. We had 3 minutes stopped for that red card. 4 minutes for the Steels to get something out of it. Turner puts the ball in, high lofted one. Murray gets the header, glancing header, that's wide. And there is a Bishop player slow to get up from the 6-yard area. So back now for the goalkeeper, for Norton, who's going to, as you'd expect, take your time. It's that thing we try not to be too hypocritical about, because we love it when our keeper's doing it and we're winning. But we will hate it and deride it when the other team's doing it. Norton sends it long, getting a few jeers from the home fans as he does so. Flicked on by Stocksbridge as they return it, but will be covered by Risborough. Out it goes, all the way out. Murray will have it, and back to Townsend. Takes a touch, now forward to Murray, being put under some pressure. Nice little tidy pass to Turner, but the press works on him. Eventtown gets hacked over by Kobe Thompson, and there will be a free kick. Townsend will come up to take it. We are 1.5 minutes into added time. Just 2.5 to go. Townsend trying to make sure he gets his free kick right. It's deep in his half still, so. Ball going long. Owen's going to look to challenge for it. There's plenty of players going down, but nothing given either way. And then Bishop Auckland are able to clear. Murray will cover it, and he'll head it back to Townsend, who will pick it up in his box. Rolls it out in front of him, and he'll look to launch this downfield, and down it goes, and headed backwards though by Hackett, and then cleared away by Risborough. Murray will return it into midfield, but it's a poor one, and Turner didn't seem to realise he could have maybe got that. Flicked out to Martin now, who's got some space. Murray trying to challenge him, but he's going to find Burlace with a knock over the top. Burlace spins, looking to get into the box. He's tackled and loses it forward. He goes to Ollie Novak, who will finally get some time on the ball, and he charges forward. Novak on the left, sent over top, looking for Poulter. Headed away before it can get anywhere though. Nice idea though, and then Owen reads it, but then he's looking for Novak, but Novak had gone another way, and that just shows you Novak's already training with Rosston Main, and just a lack of knowledge between the players. I think it's hurting them today. Tinker coming forward with it, and forward flicked on by Marshall over to Poulter. Tries to hit beyond his man, does get the ball beyond, but being read by May, who will clear it, and out for a throw, and it goes. 1 minute left of added time. This will most likely be Stocksbridge's last big chance. Tinker launches it into the middle to Turner. Quickly closed down. Fine Tinker again. He needs some options in the box. Into the middle to Marshall. Marshall turns. He's looking for space. He's going to try and drill pass in. Deflector goes to O'Connor. Puts it in the middle. Diving header clearance. Back to Marshall. Marshall takes the volley, and it's going to go well wide. He snapped at that one. It's a corner. Actually, no! This referee, all right, he's not been great, and he's not been great in Stocksbridge's favour this time, because he's given that as a corner kick. So a corner kick to Stocksbridge Park Steels here. I'm looking to see if Ben Townsend's going to be sent up, but it will have to wait if he wants to do that. He is in the opposition half though. Everyone else is in the box. Corner in, goes into the middle, headed to the edge of the area, goes to Novak, takes a shot, flick on, and it's going to be a goal kick. The Steels have just not shown anything in attack all day, and that will probably be that. So Norton getting jeered as he prepares a goal kick. We will probably get. Takes his time yet now. Launching it forward. We will not have the full-time whistle just yet. Bishop Auckland have it. Tackle goes in, goes out. Will be a Bishop throw though, and they will be happy with it. They seem to have managed this game really well. Though Stocksbridge haven't really done much to threaten that. Thrown down the line, and that will be it. Bishop Auckland get the win on the road today, a 1-0 win. It was, quite frankly, a terrible game of football where neither team really were that good. There was one moment of quality. Gary Martin got some space left and lobbed Ben Townsend to put it in the back of the net. That was it, and that means Bishop Auckland get the 3 points, and you can't blame them for being happy with getting all 3. There was some controversy. John Lemon on the bench was sent off for kicking the ball away, which we still don't think is in the natural rule book, but whatever. Thank you very much to everyone who was listening today. Thank you for everyone who's listened, and we'll see you on Saturday for the away game against Bradford Park Avenue. I've been Adam Allcroft. We will see you then. Good night.